So here are the 5 main areas that we covered in this module, and that is starting off with crawl. So a search engine will send out its robot to crawl your site after they've discovered it. So they'll crawl your site after they've discovered it through a link from someone else probably. Then after that, they'll move on to caching it. So caching it is storing copies of the web pages on your site that they want to store on their systems. It's not necessarily every page on your site, but it's what the search engine deems to be the most important pages on your site. So they'll take copies of that, but it's not visual copies, of course. It's copies of the source code behind your web page. So they'll store that on their servers all over the world. So Google has got copies of your popular web pages on its servers all over the world. Now, when someone conducts a search, so the result we used, the example we used was digital marketing agency. So if someone searches for that, then Google will go out to its machine and actually pull out all the pages that it's got, that is cached from all the sites around the world that it thinks are related to digital marketing agency. And there are loads of ways that it will do to actually determine that it thinks it's relevant pages to that particular keyword phrase. There's obviously look at on-site optimization as well as the relevance of your domain. And I will cover more of that later on in this particular course. So then it's retrieved the information. It's got maybe a few thousand pages that it thinks are relevant to that particular phrase. And the next step in the process is to rank everything, and it'll pass everything through its algorithm. So Google's algorithm has probably about 200 or over 200 different elements to it. Part of that is local, depending on where you are and depending on what device you're using, and part of that, of course, depends on the optimization of the page and the authority of the page as well. And again, we'll cover more of that later on in this course. And then, of course, the last stage is the SERP. Google will display its results in its search engine results page. So its search engine results page can be different, again, depending on your device, depending upon your location, and also depending on whether or not you're signed into Google. But what does make the most significant difference in the results that you're given is whether Google think these results are relevant to the phrase, and that's where search engine optimization works. And hopefully by the end of this course, you'll be fairly comfortable with how to optimize your site much better.